Hello everybody. Doing something a little bit different today. This is outdoors. So today in the outdoors, we're getting ready for deer season. It's August 1st. I'm getting started a little late. This piece of woods is very small. It's less than 20 acres. It's not connected to another woods for 3/4 of it. So this woods is pretty much not something you would look at and say, what a great deer woods. It's not. So we're going to make it a little bit better. I've killed some decent bucks, at least decent bucks to me. I'm not a professional ego hunter, so 130s and up, nice bucks, 3.5 or better. So that's what we're after in here. They don't really hold in here. The best we can hope for is one loops in, beds up, and leaves. And without the food sources or whatever. So we're going to give them a little bit of incentive to just hang out and lay around. I run a feeder, but I don't hunt the feeder unless it's like late season and I'm after a doe. That is just to supplement them relaxing. So, and everybody else is running something, so we're just putting it in here, and maybe a little bed close to it. Your does will bed close to it. The does is kind of the big thing. If I can hold a few of those in here, then maybe we'll get lucky. So I call most of my deer, so that's kind of my go-to. Everything that I've taken nice, I've called in. So that's what we're going to go for when rut time comes around, and we may get an early one that hangs out in here that we can maybe head off. So I have a little bit of salt. I got a spring, kind of a wet spring that I key on, and I've put a water barrel in there, and it's full of mud. So we're going to dig that out, clear some lanes to the already set stands, and get the little food source fired up. Mostly feed squirrels and raccoons. I mean, they need to be fat too. So we'll get to it here, and I'll have you follow along, and you'll just see how simple I make deer season. And then I rely on my call. So we're going to get to it here. Got a shovel, got a lot of things to carry, no four-wheeler, just on the cheap, using our backs to maybe make the season fairly decent. So here we go. Let's get to it. I need my water, bag of cheap cameras. Super cheap, super abused. That way. Ah. Where are you? Oh, the Dollar General bungees. To save the day. Just get them out. I'm gonna get a pair of them here. Back up. Always use your gym bag. You're gonna take to the gym for your deer hunting necessities. And then when you get to the gym, they know you're serious because you smell like gasoline and nature. Oh yeah. All right, that's that. Now we got this. This and this. One trip. Just like bringing in the groceries. All right, time to carve ourselves up. Ow! Whew. No. Crap. All right, well. We'll come back for it. Well, hell, that's my water hole. Yep, there we're home. In case you wonder what I'm doing, I have a 55-gallon barrel buried here. And the idea is, when it rains, it fills up that wet spring and just provides a little water source. We'll get out the I'm trapped log a bit. And that's in case something fell in. I'll put that up there for now. Ooh, it's hot. We'll get this cleared out as quick as we can. And we'll have a water source again. Whew. I'll get back to you when we get this cleaned out. All right. Not bad. It'll fill back in, but at least for a little while. They'll have a place that'll pull some water if they're desperate for it. And that's all that's about. The water hole's right there. We've got these trees that have fallen over. The bank must have got soft here from being wet. I see a lot of deer tracks right here. And the kicker is, I got an edger trail now that's appearing right through there. And if you get down and look, it just kind of steers you that way and that way. Both of those are good. We're looking at about a 17-yarder. And then that one's coming right to us on the upper side. So we're basically, the stand is right there. So we're looking at about a 10-yarder, 8-yarder. So I'm just going to, I think what I'm going to do is just put the salt in this depression. And we're not hurting anything because obviously the trees aren't going to stand themselves back up. So, and they're already edging this, going down that way. There's some pretty nice tracks on it actually. So I'm probably just going to put the salt right here and let the rainwater moisten it up, and they'll mess with it a little bit. It's just something, if they feel the jonesing for a little salt, it's here. I don't like to run the blocks. I like to run pellets or rock salt because they like to pick it up and they'll mess around with it and drop it back out rather than lick on it, you know. So they'll disperse it, and deer will kind of congregate around here, and they're all about licking everything and scent checking everything and letting each other know they've been here. So we're going to do that. And if we get one that's just holding here, you know, early season, we can actually shoot to right here. It's about I'd say a 30-yarder to right here, which isn't a bad shot. I'm going to try to keep it 30 and in, if at all possible, unless I'm out in the field. So we're going to get that spread around, and then we have a couple lanes we need to open up. Some of that being right there, just to be safe later on. So let's get to it. All right, that's all there is to it. They'll see that. They'll be cautious of it at first, but once they get used to it being there, there'll be no problem. We'll run a really nice camera here somewhere. That looks good right there. So we'll get to that. Let's get in our bag of junk here. Hopefully some of them still work. It goes that way. You have to be kidding me. I love that when you get out and you can't open a package. That's all right. We'll get through it. There we go. A little bit of shovel. Get the plastic back. There it is. Let's not leave that out here. Open sesame. Crude but effective. That's how we roll here. And I'm not a master at much, but crude but effective is kind of like my forte, you know? Now I found the bees. Yow. I got lit up. Head off me. Ouch, you little bastard. Ow. They're still lighting me up. Ooh, doggy. I got hammered. Well, ouch. There's another one. Hello? That one was drilling me on the sock line. That one on the lip hurt. You got me on the fly. I'm pretty sure I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 10 on the left arm. Several on this shoulder. One on the lip. One right behind my ear. One sewing machine me for under the shirt pretty good. He was there for a while, so I bet I've been stung. I'd say at least 30. I was just knocking them roots off the top of that tree there so that later, if I had a shot there. Yow. I'm not allergic to bee stings. Actually, I have Lyme disease, so bee stings actually usually make me feel like superhuman. But that's a lot. And I'm kind of up in the woods here, so we may cut today's little activity short. I can't believe that one whacked me all the way over here. I just looked up and I seen a little shadow and he drilled me right here. I wish I had this angle when he did it. Not regular yellow jackets. These ones are real small. A friend of mine got whacked by him the other day. Not in the woods, but they lit him up, he said. He had 2 stings on his arm and they were knotted up good. So I'm gonna look like a proverbial welt. I think. I'd like to go back and get my shovel. Should I go back and get my shovel? Should I not go back and get my shovel? Kind of need my shovel. Don't want to leave it in the woods. Kind of feel bad for the deer. I put my salt right by that before I started beating on it. Of course, they didn't drill me until I started hammering their world, and I don't know where their nest is. So I don't see any buzzing around. This is that moment in your life where you're like, I'm already messed up. But I'm messed up to the point that you don't know whether it's a good idea to go get whacked again. I don't know. Maybe on the video you can see them boiling out. I didn't see them. I was just whacking away like la-di-da. Next thing I know, I started feeling a little funny, like all over. Yeah, I see a few buzzing around right by the shovel. Well, they're actually stinging the shovel, I think. Yep. They're just drilling that shovel. I don't know if you can make it out or not, but they are. There's a bunch of them. All right then, well. What to do, what to do. I know if I get that shovel, they're gonna light me up. I'm gonna play the man card here or not. The man card is also the stupidity card, where you look at the situation and you're like, do you let them win or not? And I kind of don't want to let them win. It's kind of personal now, especially since that one whacked me about, oh man, I was 60 yards out. I know wherever their nest was, I jacked it up. Oh yeah, they had a nest right in the middle of that root ball. I see it. And I opened it up. Okay. All right. Well, I've decided to be a sissy because I've already been stung too many times. And I'll get this shovel when I come back. They can have it for now. So I'm going to vacate in case I do have an issue. I'll tell you, I've just been a ball of injuries lately. And I got a lot of stings on my shoulder. And that's all right. I'm a big guy. I can take a few stings. Whew. Lit up. But we got our water barrel cleaned out. We didn't run into the big black hornets. That would have been fun. So, hate to say this, but we're gonna call it a win. So we got lit up. It was a little bit of excitement for me. Hopefully you thought it was entertaining. Oh, I don't know, is that what we're going for here? So I'm going to get out of here in case I have any adverse effects, because I literally right now, with the thumping that I got, you know, different heartbeat spots on my body, am not sure how many times I got stung. I know I'm above 30. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that I'm above 30. So, like I said, with Lyme, tomorrow I might be able to fly through the woods above the trees and swoop down and get my shovel back, because sometimes that makes you feel superhuman and not crappy anymore. So although it could result in an adverse effect, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Maybe take some Benadryl, drink some water, and laugh about it. And the next time I come up in here, I will snag my shovel. And we're going to have to end them, because I did put the salt there, and I don't need my little fawns getting whacked like that. It's not good for them. I like to get them on the nose and they go into sneezing fits. So I'm going to check out of here and drive this Swiss home. Probably call a couple people, let them know, hey, I got whacked a bunch, and that way if I have something going on, I got some help maybe. Or just keep a real good eye on it and I guess help myself. So hey, it closed. That's all for right now, and I'll check back with you in a bit here. So we would have kept going, but things happen, and that's what makes nature fun. That's the first time I've been whacked in the woods like that. So if you're gonna do it the first time, you might as well do it right. Later.